What up, world? Jake here. It's May in northern Michigan, which is mud season. May is also graduation season. As I start to think about my senior friends, thinking about graduating, thinking about what's next, who they want to become, what they want to do in this world, what they want to do for money, what they want to major in, I think of an old Robert Frost poem that a friend shared with me years ago. And I'll probably slaughter it and not give it the justice that it deserves, but I'm going to try to recite it to you anyway. It's a poem about vocation and advocation, what you love to do and what you have to do for money, your career and your passions. It's about springtime, hard work, passion, and chopping wood. And I couldn't think of a better time to share it than right now. My favorite line is at the end of the poem, right about the climax of the whole poem, and I'm going to spoil it for you. It says, "But yield who will to their separation. My object in living is to unite my avocation and my vocation, as my two eyes make one in sight." So I'm not going to ruin any more of it. I'm just going to start from the beginning. Here we go. Two tramps in mud time. Out of the mud, two strangers came and caught me splitting wood in the yard. And one of them put me off my aim by hailing cheerily, "Hit 'em hard!" I knew pretty well why he had dropped behind and let the other go on away. I knew pretty well what he had in mind. He wanted to take my job for pay. Good blocks of oak it was I split, as large around as the chopping block, and every piece I squarely hit fell splinterless like a cloven rock. The blows that a life of self-control spare to strike for the common good, that day, giving a loose my soul, I spent on the unimportant wood. The sun was warm, but the wind was chill. You know how it is on an April day. When the sun is out and the wind is still, you're 1 month on in the middle of May. But if you so much as dare to speak, a cloud come over the sunlit arch, and wind comes off the frozen peak, and you're 2 months back in the middle of March. A bluebird comes tenderly up to alight, and turns to the wind to unruffle a plume, his song so pitch as not to excite a single flower as yet to bloom. It is snowing a flake, and he half knew winter was only playing possum. Except in color he isn't blue, but he wouldn't advise a thing to blossom. The water for which we may have to look in the summertime with a witching wand, in every wheel rut's now a brook, in every print of a hoof a pond. Be glad of water, but don't forget the lurking frost in the earth beneath, that will steal forth after the sun is set, and show on the water its crystal teeth. The time when I most loved my task, the two must make me love it more, by coming with what they came to ask. You'd think I'd never felt before the weight of an axe head held poised aloft, the grip of earth on outspread feet, the life of muscles rocking soft and smooth and moist in vernal heat. Out of the wood two hulking tramps, from sleeping God knows where last night, but not long since in the lumber camps. They thought all chopping was theirs of right. Men of the woods and lumberjacks, they judged me by their appropriate tool. Except as a fellow handled an axe, they had no way of knowing a fool. Nothing on either side was said. They knew they had to but stay their stay, and all their logic would fill my head, as I had no right to play with what was another man's work for gain. My right might be the love, but theirs was need, and where the two exist in twain, theirs was the better right. Agreed. But yield who will to their separation. My object in living is to unite my avocation and my vocation, as my two eyes make one in sight. Only where love and need are one, and the work is play for mortal stakes, is the deed ever really done for heaven and the future's sakes. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Seniors, good luck. See you next time.